Call me Dave, back for another. Keep 'em coming. You should say to the missus. With all this shit going on the internet about child grooming. Fuck me, I ain't brushed my daughter's hair for 2 years. I was in bed with the missus the other night. I said, I come up with a new system for when we're going to have some fun in bed. And she said, oh yeah, what's that? I said, if you want sex, you pull on me cock once. If you don't want sex, you pull it a fucking 100 times. I said, why is sex like mathematics? She said, I don't know. I said, you add a bed, subtract the clothes, divide the legs, and pray you don't fucking multiply. Too fucking late for that for most people. The bell rang for school. And John came in late, looking really flustered, sweaty. Teacher said, why are you late, John? He said, I was on Cherry Hill, and he sat down. 10 minutes passed. Nathan burst in, also looking hot and flustered, all scruffy, flies undone. The teacher said, Nathan, why are you late? He said, I was on top of Cherry Hill, and he sat down. Five minutes passed. Another geezer come in, Kevin. He was looking flustered, hot, fucking grass stains on his knees. His teacher says, Kevin, there's a fucking pattern here. Why are you late? He said, I was on top of Cherry Hill. Fucking hell. 10 minutes more passed, and this gorgeous looking girl came in, covered in fucking grass with a red face. And he said, who are you? She said, I'm fucking Cherry Hill. You see, they'd all been, right. You fucking work out yourselves, can't you? I was in a restaurant, and my date didn't turn up. And I sat there, had a glass of vino. I looked across at the other table. There was a beautiful lady at the other table, on her own. Nobody came. I sat and watched her for 20 minutes. Stalker alert. I sent her the best bottle of red wine they had. And she sent a note back over to me. She said, I will not touch a drop of this wine unless you can promise me you have 7 inches in your pants. I walked back over to her table, took the fucking wine back. I said, no matter how beautiful you are, love, I'm not cutting off 3 inches for any cunt. You know what I mean? Proud of it. Proud of it. I've always had a big cock. I haven't blown it up until recently. You know what I mean? This stuff is pretty tasty, you know. I think that's mulled wine. Oh. Tracy got married. She had 15 kids. Fucking had us all vag. After her husband died, she remarried. She had another 15 children. Fuck it, though, she must have been walking around like this. A year after that, Tracy died suddenly. And at the funeral, the priest, he said, well, at least they're together at last. Tracy's sister jumped up and she went, do you mean the first husband or the second husband? He said, no, I meant her fucking legs, love. Jesus. 30 kids. Fucking beaver the size of a whale's mouth. So me and my mate fancied a bit of fun. We had a few drinks. We had a lot of drinks. We ended up going to a fucking prostitute. And I thought, oh, don't do this shit. Pete, you can go first. My mate Pete went in the room first. He come out 10 minutes later and he said, fuck me, my wife was better than she was. I thought, fucking, I'm in for a fucking challenge here. I went in second and I come out in about 15 minutes. I said, Pete, I tried, mate. I'll give it a hell of a go, but you're right. Your wife is fucking better than her. Do you know what I mean? When my mate first went with a prostitute, he was so bad he had to give her a fucking refund. This is a funny one. A lawyer married a woman who had previously been divorced. 10 husbands. She previously divorced 10 husbands on their wedding night. What a Moby. She told her new husband, please be gentle, I'm still a virgin. He said, how can you still be a fucking virgin? You've been married 10 times. She said, I left them all on the same night. Like, bloody hell. You've been married 10 times, you're still a virgin, and you left them all on the fucking first night? What the hell happened? She said, well, it goes like this. She said, the husband number 1, well, he was a sales representative. He kept telling me how great it was going to be. And that's fucking it. Husband number 2 was in software services. He was never really sure, you know, how everything was supposed to go. He said he'd look into it and he'd get back to me. I thought, fucking hell, this is a bit of a story, isn't it? You just get it on. Husband number 3 was from field services. He said everything checked out diagnostically, but he just couldn't get the system up and running. Dodgy cock. Husband number 4, well, he was in telemarketing. That's what it's all about now, not fucking TV, adverts. Don't even fucking match what you're going to buy. And a telemarketing bloke, even though he knew he had the order, or he didn't know if he'd be able to get it delivered on time. You know, telemarketing never comes when it say it would. You know what I mean? Husband number 5 was an engineer. So he understood the basic process, but he wanted 3 years to research, implement, and fucking design a new method. What is wrong with these fucking men? Get your fucking end away. You might enjoy it. Husband number 6 was from finance and administration. He thought he knew how, but he wasn't sure whether it was his job or not. Look at hell. Husband number 7. He was in marketing. He had a nice product. Zip, lob. One of these. But he was never sure. He had a nice product, but he's never sure if that would take off and sell. Fucking hell. Husband number 8 was a psychologist. All he ever did was fucking talk about it. That's what they do, isn't it? Husband number 9 was a gynecologist. All he ever did was look at it. Didn't even lick it. Didn't even lick it. Just looked at it. And husband number 10 was a stamp collector. And all he ever did was, God, I miss him. Lick a stamp. Yeah. God, I miss him. But now that I've married you, I'm really excited. Good, said the new husband. But why? He said, well, you're a lawyer. I'm bound to be fucking screwed now, aren't I? That was a bit long-winded, but I thought that was quite funny when I thought that shit out. Yeah. I say shit with an open mind. If it ain't funny, I shit. Oh. Oh. Anyone ever been to Sunday school? You have to go all week, don't you? You're taking the piss. Anyway, during a discussion at Sunday school, a nun, one of these women that don't get none, she asked the children what they think God takes you by when you die. It's like grabbed and pulled out of the world. And the kid responds, I think God takes you by your feet. Because once I walked into my parents' room, my mum's feet were in the air and she was screaming, oh God, I'm coming. Yeah. Well, I thought that was funny. You know, in America, I was reading this in the newspaper, in America they want to pass an amendment banning the same-sex marriage. Well, anyone who's been married will know this. Once you're married, the sex is always the fucking same. You know what I mean? Half-assed gobble on your birthday, if you're lucky. And intercourse once a month after a month of fucking arguments about why you ain't getting any. And hallway sex. You walk past each other and go, fuck you too. I believe that same-sex marriage should be allowed. Gay, lesbian, binary, whatever else you choose to be this week. You have the right to be as fucking miserable as the rest of us. So go and do it. Have fun. Or not. Anyway. My mate Mark, he's a lovely bloke. But he's got a fucking arse like a cardboard box, honestly. Honestly, that's taken some fucking shit over the years. And I said to him, I said, don't that worry you? And he said, well, yeah. I always try and keep clean, you know. I bet you do. They went in hospital once, you had a fucking Hoover stuck up it, you remember? Anyway, you picked up well after that. But he said, sometimes, and when the moment takes him, he just fucks off in the toilet and meets some fucking random stranger who just sticks it up his ring piece. I said, you don't be careful, Mark, mate. You're a lovely bloke, but if you don't be careful, you're going to go in that loo to spend a penny and come out with 2 fucking coppers. You've got to be careful. Christ. He doesn't like being called a sausage jockey. an uphill gardener. Fucking hell. He doesn't mind Batty Boy so much. Come out of a fish and chip shop. My mum always said to me, she said, with a face like that, you better make sure you're good in bed. You know what I mean? Mate, what she actually said was, you better hope you grow, when you're older, you got a big cock. Thankfully, I have. I only blew it up a few weeks ago. But he's back, and he's staying back. Right. Have a good one, everyone. I'll speak to you soon. Take care.